Brothers and sisters, let me testify this morning about what happened Saturday night in Houston. It was not just a battle. It was not just rhymes being exchanged. No, it was a stage that revealed the sickness in this culture. Murda Mook stood on that stage, and every time he opened his mouth, the Houston crowd erupted. Oh, they screamed, they hollered, they made the building shake. But let me ask you this morning, were those bars truly that strong? Were those lines truly that great? Or was it gas, cheap gas, weak gas, bias gas, inflating mediocrity into magnificence? Tell the truth this morning. Meanwhile, Hitman Holla stood firm. 3 rounds. In the first, he spoke directly to Mook's soul. In the second, he matched him, blow for blow. And in the third, he pulled back the curtain, he brought the paperwork, he brought the receipts, and he left Mook standing there, rattled and exposed. But instead of judging with your own eyes, instead of listening with your own ears, you let the Houston crowd dictate your verdict. You let the noise of the room become your truth. And when it was over, you parroted the lie. Mook 3, 0. That ain't truth. That's weakness. That ain't discernment. That's dependency. That ain't judgment. That's minion mentality. And I say to you this morning, 99.5% of this community are yes men, followers, minions. You cannot form an opinion of your own. You clap because the crowd claps. You cheer because the man next to you cheers. You boo because the mob boos. Am I lying? No, I'm not lying, but we must go deeper. For this is not just about who won or lost a battle. This is not just about rhymes and cadences. No, this is about character. This is about integrity. This is about truth. Because when paperwork surfaces, not gossip, not rumor, but paperwork, the question must be asked. And if that paperwork is false, then Murda Mook has a duty to step forward, to clear his name, to set the record straight. But if that paperwork is real, then silence is guilt. Hiding is confession. Avoidance is acceptance. And so I ask this morning, where is Harlem Legend? Where is Angry Fan? Where is Battle Facts? Where is Battle Truth? Where are the so-called watchdogs of the culture, the ones who scream paperwork when it's convenient? Because if this were Sirius Jones, if this were DNA, if this were disaster, if this were Math Hoffa, you all would be throwing a paperwork party. You would be circling like vultures, tearing a man apart, making 20 blogs in 24 hours. But because it's Mook, the so-called face of battle rap, you are quiet, you are silent, you are complicit. Am I lying? This morning I stand before you to say, the onus is not on Hitman, the onus is not on the bloggers, the onus is not on the fans, the onus is on Murda Mook. Until he explains the accusations, the drunken violence, the abuse, the neighbor's testimony, the stain of that paperwork, until he clears his name, the story is not over. So I leave you with this. Will you continue to clap for lies? Will you continue to be hypnotized by crowd reaction? Will you continue to be blinded by reputation? Or will you stand up, think for yourselves, and demand truth? Because let me tell you, truth costs nothing, but it buys everything. Now I ask you, brothers and sisters, will you remain silent, or will you demand answers? Will you keep clapping for the illusion, or will you finally stand for the truth? The choice is yours this morning.